Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. I am Sosan Ali and here are our main headlines. In compliance with the royal orders, the Sultanate of Oman operates relief flights to Syria following the devastating earthquake. And the United States offer $85 million aid package for Turkey and Syria. Those are the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency Dr. Ibrahim Raisi, President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, on the occasion of his country's National Day. In compliance with the royal orders of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Omani Charity Organization in cooperation with the Royal Air Force of Oman, conducted this morning relief flights to the Syrian Arab Republic after the devastating earthquake. The flights are operated by military transport aircrafts of the Royal Air Force of Oman, carrying various relief materials and essential humanitarian needs. The Royal Air Force of Oman recently sent a force from the National Search and Rescue Team of the Civil Defense and Ambulance Authority to participate in the operations of the international search and rescue teams in Turkey. Relief flights come within the framework of the humanitarian efforts provided by the Sultanate of Oman in emergencies and exceptional cases for brothers and friends. These flights will continue over the coming days in solidarity with Syria and Turkey. Rescuers scoured debris in a desperate search for survivors 4 days after a massive earthquake hit Turkey and Syria, killing nearly 22,000 people. The United States offered $85 million aid package. The first UN aid deliveries arrived yesterday, but chances of finding survivors have dimmed since the passing of the 3-day mark that experts consider a critical period to save lives. The U.S. Agency for International Development said its aid package will deliver urgently needed aid for millions of people in the form of food, shelter, and emergency health services. It will also provide safe drinking water and sanitation to prevent the outbreak of disease. The World Bank announced the allocation of more than $1.7 billion to support Turkey in facing the effects of the devastating earthquake that struck the country a few days ago. The bank stated that it had started a rapid assessment of the damage in order to estimate the scale of the disaster and to identify priority areas for support, rescue, and reconstruction operations. Russia used strategic bombers, cruise missiles, and killer drones in a wave of attack across Ukraine earlier today. Russian forces launched 71 cruise missiles, 35 S-300 missiles, and 7 Shahed drones since late Thursday, according to Ukraine's ministry chief. He added that Ukraine's forces downed 61 cruise missiles and 5 drones. High-voltage infrastructure facilities were hit in the eastern, western, and southern regions, resulting in power outages in some areas. It was the 14th round of massive strikes on the country's power supply. The last one occurred on January 26th as Moscow seeks to demoralize Ukrainians by leaving them without heat and water in winter. Zaporizhia City Council Secretary said the city had been hit 17 times in 1 hour, which he said made it the most intense period of attacks since the beginning of the full-scale invasion. Still to come in our news bulletin. The 4th Cinemana International Festival is concluded in the Governorate of Musandam. welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Evidence of the Omani cultural impact and presence in East Africa is extensive and varied. In Kenya's Lamu County, the National Records and Archive Authority works to preserve the history of the Sultanate of Oman in the region. Here's a report.
Lamu Island in Kenya. Lamu Island is one of the East Africa's best kept island in Kenya. Lamu County lay just off the coast of Kenya, 350 kilometers from Mombasa. Lamu has maintained its social and cultural integrity as well as retaining its authentic building fabric up to the present time. The similarities between Lamu towns and many Omani towns is very close. Buildings, alleys and streets in Lamu and Sheila's old towns, like the alleys in Muscat, Oman and other Omani towns.
We are the descendants of the Oman, okay? We are very, very happy to see this good relation between our country, Kenya, and our ancestral country of origin, Oman. So we are very happy for that. This seems that the history of Oman in Kenya is still maintained, and we are actually very proud for that.
People do share a lot of cultural aspects, art and music, as well as attires, such as dishdasha, female dress, and a cap. Oman and Kenya do share invaluable historic and cultural ties with significant collaboration and relationships existing between both nations for years.
Today I was very, very happy to pass around here to this village in Sheila. We are somewhere very nice place here, and we meet our brothers here who is coming from Oman. So we hope is our dream one day to meet some of the Oman people to come to visit us here between Lamu and Sheila. So we hope this is going to be the key to open between Oman and Sheila and Lamu.
Omani presence in Kenya and the depth of the historic relations that the Omanis established in East Africa many years ago, it still exists up to the present time, thanks to the continuous contact between the two people. Lamu, Kenya's island, one of the East African best-kept island, just off the coast of Kenya, 350 kilometers from Mombasa. And it is one of the first islands to receive the Omanis to East Africa, a quiet island full of human activity. The Omanis have known it since ancient times. Their traces still exist today, a witness to their glories. From Lamu County, Republic of Kenya, I'm Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai reporting for Radio and television of the Sultanate of Oman.
The Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion organized a celebration in the Wilaya of Barka in the Governorate of South Al-Batina to mark the Oman Industry Day. Within the celebration, an exhibition was held to highlight the Omani products and industries, which are some of the pillars within Oman Vision 2040. The ministry is exerting great efforts to enhance the industry sector in the Sultanate of Oman, as well as to support the bodies concerned in this field. The Governorate of South Al-Batina, along with its logistic potentials, is witnessing a rapid growth, which in return will play a great part in the gross domestic product. Oman oil price April 2023 delivery reached $83 and 64 cents per barrel. Oman oil price rose by 28 cents. The average price of Oman oil February 2023 delivery reached $77.43 per barrel, thus $8.72 lower than the price of January 2023 delivery. The activities of the 4th Senemana International Festival are concluded in the Governorate of Musandam. The festival was organized by Sidab Club in cooperation with the Office of the Governor of Musandam. It included a group of workshops, seminars, and a display of short and long films with the presence of major personalities in the Arab arts world. A number of artists were honored during the event, and it also included visual presentations that shed light on the points of view of the guests and critics. The conclusion ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sayyid Ibrahim bin Saeed Al Busaidi, Governor of Musandam. The College of Banking and Financial Studies celebrates the graduation of a new batch of MBA students. More details in the following report.
The graduation of the 16th and 17th batch of the MBA program of the University of Strathclyde was held on Wednesday at the College of Banking and Financial Studies campus. A total of 46 graduates were conferred an MBA degree.
It's a mixed feelings for us because it was every time we went through a very long time during COVID and COVID timing. There is so many challenges even in the studies, and by God's grace, Alhamdulillah, today we are graduating, and I would like to thank my family for all their support.
The ceremony began with a welcome speech delivered by the chairman of the college board, in which he congratulated the graduates and affirmed that Strathclyde Business School is a triple accredited school, which ensures that CBFS is the place to be if a student wishes to pursue a postgraduate's degree in this field. From their part, the graduates expressed their happiness on this occasion.
It is a difficult program, but it has tremendously helped me in my education, my career, and supported me in many of the things that I wanted to do.
The journey was challenging because we've done this in COVID, but it was very beneficial to be pushed into new technologies with knowing other people in different circumstances. This was a very challenging and really good journey, and it has benefited me a lot during my work career.
The Director of the Human Resources Development at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning also delivered a speech on behalf of the graduates, in which she expressed her joy for successfully completing the MBA. She stressed that CBFS incorporates creativity and innovation not only professionally but also on the personal level.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. In compliance with the royal orders, the Sultanate of Oman operates relief flights to Syria following devastating earthquake. And the United States offer $85 million aid package for Turkey and Syria. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and stay safe.